we are talking about Cancer Survival Month, and this morning we have Bless Akom, who is a nurse at the Medina Polyclinic, and also Madam Margaret Donko, who is a cancer survivor and also a staff of the Judicial Service. Good morning and welcome to
Good morning. Thank you.
I mean, for a month like this, let me start with Madam Margaret. What would you say a month like this means to you?
It means so much. A month like this talks about how far we've come as survivors.
Yeah.
All that we've been through, the support we've gotten, and then our main focus to let people know that when you are diagnosed with cancer, it doesn't mean it's a death sentence.
Okay.
You can survive it. You can live your life.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And how has your experience been so far? Would you care to share some of it to us?
Well, I can just summarize it. You know, I saw a lump when I was younger. I was around 23 years. I saw a lump in my left breast. I got taken out. I sent it to the pathologist, and it came out benign. It means there was no cancer in it. But after 20 more years, about 20, 21 years, the lump came back to the same breast. But this time around, I did not pay attention to it.
Okay.
Yes, so I think I stayed for about a year without going to the hospital to check on what was happening to my breast.
Yeah.
Then it started giving me signs, you know, giving me back pain. Sometimes I'll feel some pain in my breast when I'm ovulating, you know. So in 2021, I went to have it was cancer screening month. October,
yeah.
Yes. So I just went, got screened, and then I had to do series of tests to confirm exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But by that time, I had reached stage 3 already.
So sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my left breast, it was stage 3, invasive carcinoma, and then it had affected my right breast. That one had fibroadenoma. So in a nutshell, I had to take out both breasts.
Both breasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But you were a survivor.
Yes.
That's the good news. That's a good aspect about it. But Blaise, what part of cancer is it that people keep neglecting, that we don't pay attention to? Like Madam Margaret said, she didn't really pay attention to it. We've had this conversation. October month is like Cancer Awareness Month, where we talk about get screened, save a life. Yeah. This whole thing we've been doing over and over again. What are some of the things that people are failing to realize, or what are they neglecting when it comes to cancer?
Okay, so I think there's a whole stigma around cancer. So people feel that as soon as you hear the name cancer, and then it means that that's
it's
a death sentence. Okay. So people will tell you that I will not even go to the hospital to check, so that your doctor or whoever will examine you will tell you that I have cancer. So it's better for me to stay at home than to even go to the various hospitals. And I also think that religion has also affected some people. You know, we are now living in a generation whereby some pastors will tell their members that do not put do not rely on a doctor, do not rely on a midwife or a nurse. So they try to psych their minds that whenever you are feeling sick, whenever you are facing any challenges, it's the church that you need to consult. So currently, as we even speak, we have people with cancers in prayer camps waiting for God to heal them.
Yes.
So
in this day and age.
Yes. In this day and age, and at times the most sad thing is they'll spend their money. I know someone who has spent a lot of money, sold her 3 shops in a prayer camp, and at the end of the day, when she was no longer having money, they now asked her to go to Kolebu. And at that time, it has gotten to the terminal stage. And Kolebu, we don't do magic over there. They rely on medications, and medications do take time. So if you rely on, I say, we those who work in the hospital, on quotes, we are not like devils. You know, we all worship God and we all believe in God. But the thing is, in as much as your doctor is taking care of you, taking your treatment, then you pray, so that at least that kind of holistic care that we are all looking for, you'll be able to achieve it. But you should not rely on only the prayer cancer. And at times, people go to an extent of even going in for herbal concoctions.
Yeah.
Yes, and even last week, I had one case where this woman has been diagnosed of breast cancer. Trying as much as possible to help this woman. We've been to Korle Bu now. Treatment is supposed to commence. And doctors advised this woman, I also did, and someone has been able to convince this woman to take herbal medications. And now the herbalist too, it seems they've gone through a challenge. The herbalist is also promising that I'll let this lump vanish in your breast. So the woman too had to do a deposit of 10,000 Ghana cedis and being given a herbal concoctions of about a full gallon to start to take. You get it. So
this will come with other implications and everything.
And you are putting pressure on your kidneys.
Yes.
You get it. And your kidneys are supposed to work on this medication. Take whatever is good for the body, and the rest bring out as urine.
Yeah.
Just imagine you are taking this herbal, and for how long? For how long? In fact, at times, maybe if you are doing a chemotherapy or radiotherapy, you know the cycles that you are supposed to go through.
Yeah.
But with herbal medication,
How?
You don't even know the times that you are supposed to go to. Then they'll tell you if the gallon is finished, come for another one. So you'll be taking until your money is finished. And
you don't even know where it has gotten to. But Mother Margaret, did you go through that challenge? Did you have people in your ears telling you that go through this channel, maybe don't go to the hospital?
Yes. You know, normally it comes from a place of love. I called my mom when I was diagnosed. I called my mom and told her, I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. And she said, what? Why did I go to the hospital? So I should just come to our hometown. She hears there's a man who cures it. So I didn't talk to her about it again. And then I had friends who would tell me, don't go to the hospital. We'll go and put it on an altar. We'll pray about it. Yes, let's take it to Alpha R. So I'll tell them, you know what, pray.
Yes.
You pray for me. Be my soldier. Pray for me. But as for the hospital, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a good thing you did. Now, for this month, what are you doing? I know you are here creating more awareness, but what other things you have lined up for this month?
Yes, so in the month of June, for instance, June is Cancer Survivors Month, and it's the first time of its kind in Ghana. Here.
Okay.
Usually it's outside the world that they usually celebrate this month. We are trying to let people know that there's life after cancer diagnosis, and when you see it early, there's more that can be done for you. So we are trying to create that awareness and bring all cancer survivors in the whole country.
Okay.
Where we'll be working on the 8th of June.
Okay.
Starting from Accra Girls, then we'll move on to the Ewak Sports Stadium, where we'll be having all sorts of different forms of cancers. Those who have survived, they'll be sharing their experiences and their stories on it, so that it will motivate others, so that they can go in and screen for those cancers that you can screen for. So it's basically about survivorship. I usually say that the day that they even diagnose you is the time you've even survived, because at times you might not even see it and it will get to a terminal stage and you die. So when you are initially diagnosed, that's where your survivorship starts from. So we'll encourage people, and we would like to encourage Ghanaians to also come out in their numbers to come and support these women. Even those who are still undergoing treatment, we are trying to send a signal to them that they can also pass through, they can also survive. So on the 8th of June, we'll gather at the Accra Girls Senior High School. They will all work with our cancer survivors to the Ewak Stadium. Then they'll also share their stories in order to motivate these people.
It will be a whole day.
It will be it will start at 6 a.m. So start at 6 a.m. Then we'll move. Then we'll come and we'll do some awareness creation. Then we'll have fun, we'll eat, drink, and all those kind of things are really involved. And one person that I would like to commend so much is the leader of Cancer Support Network Foundation, which is the person of Dr. Juliet Appiah-Quansah. She's a medical oncologist and hematologist in the US. In fact, she's doing a lot for those who have been diagnosed with cancer, especially with the survivors. Usually when you come to her for it, about 90% of those who have even survived of cancer that have gotten some help. All the funds comes from her and the husband.
Yeah.
About 90% of them come from her and the husband. I would like to commend her so much for the good work she's doing for so many women. If not her, like would have lost so many women because
lives.
of money.
Yeah.
So she's also doing. She said, "I'm going to invest in this cancer survivors month to make these women happy." And I really know that psychologically it will also motivate them and know that they are not left alone. And we'd like to thank you guys too for also tapping into the whole thing and to make it a success.
Yeah. I mean, so on June 8th, you should join them. It will be, I think it will be a very beautiful environment to have people like Madam Margaret sharing her experience, balancing your mental, physical well-being after post-cancer. It will be amazing. So I treat each and everyone to actually
And it's for the whole month. It's not only the walk. We will have Zoom talks. We will go to schools to do screening and then to give talks. Yes, we will just climax it on the 29th. That is going to be a gala.
A beautiful one.
You know, and that one, we will need people to come and support Cancer Support Network Foundation. You know, when I was diagnosed, I had not heard about Cancer Support Network Foundation, but after, you know, I got people to bring me in. They would take us sometimes on Christmas. They will host us.
Yeah.
You know, we share.
To make you lively.
Of course.
Yeah. It's not a death sentence.
It's worth the while. I mean, yes.
Probably I would like to put a contact if anyone wants to come for the walk. So you can call the number 024 031 5450. 024 031 5450 for the last one. 024 031 5450. And you can also visit our social media handles, Cancer Support Network Foundation, for more information.
Thank you very much, Blaise. And
Thank
also Madam Margaret. Blaise is with Medina Polyclinic and also Madam Margaret Adamidonko is cancer survivor patients, and they will love it if you join them. And on that day, I mean, the whole month of June is to celebrate these people and share their experience. So make sure that you participate with them.